He
Okay,
can't
all
be.
right.
Excuse me, Mr. Elias.
Counselor,
I'm here to give you your document.
thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She is Mrs. Maria del Pilar Garces, a lawyer from our firm, Mr. and Mrs. Ruiz.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Very nice to meet you.
How are you?
Hey guys, good to have you back here. SAD Media. Thank you for logging on to my YouTube channel. So a quick review on the last episode on Law of the Heart. It started with Mr. and Mrs. Ruiz getting into the law office to see Elias. Like within the last session, he was to divorce his wife, so they got into the office, and honestly, he classified her as a monster, and Elias asked to see her. She is not as terrible as they think or they say, and I'm wondering why there was so many things like, okay, this great, like in the film, they just made us suspend until so many people were covering her, like so many things were covering her. They blocked her in a way that we didn't really see her face until she gets into Elias' office, and the expression on Elias' face, I thought she was a real monster until we had to see her face. Honestly, that was overrated. She's not as a monster as they think. Even for Maria de Impala to acknowledge or say that, I totally disagree. She's not as terrible as they portray. They would have done it better, make her weird or made a real monster face, like a real damage done to her natural face. Well, I don't know, that is my review of it, but if you have a contrary opinion, kindly let me know in the comment section. Of course, she is not ready in any way to leave her husband. She asked him so many questions: if she had been a bad mother, if she had been a bad wife, if she had been anything less, and the husband could not answer. So, and for that reason, she's not ready to leave the marriage, that this is what she feels like doing at the moment, and she's enjoying it like more. So the man had said he's leaving the house for her. So in last, Elias eventually advised her to get a good lawyer, which may be better than the surgery or the cosmetic she has done on her face. So that being said, we'll definitely get to know how that will unfold in the next episode. The next was Mr. Roberto. Yes, the man who had willed his house or his investment to his kids, maybe after Demis, but of course, because he married a new wife, they really now they won the case against him, so they've asked him to vacate the house. He's come to meet Pablo for advice, but he is not ready to leave at this moment. He said he doesn't leave, that what is on the will is after them, is not now, and they are not happy because he married a new wife, and so they feel anything may change in the long run or in the process. So for that reason, even the new wife was with him to see Pablo and said they have a new place to stay, but he's not ready to leave. But I can imagine whether, I would also say, they're not putting his emotions to, they're not putting his emotion. Okay, yes, he divorced their mother to marry a new and a younger wife, so that is the reason. I'm sure that is the consequences of what is paying for. So let me know what you think about that case or about that scenario. The next one was Mariela's abduction case lawsuit. So Alfredo and Kata, they are in the law firm, and they're in the court trying to get her favor, but in the long run she also gets sentenced, but the least or the minimum sentence she could get, yes, the judge tries much as possible to empathize with her based on her condition, that she earns the lowest minimum wage. She already had about 3 kids which she's taking care of with an irresponsible husband and father, as mentioned, but the law could not totally evade her from serving some terms in prison for the offense, because in Colombia that is an offense. Definitely Kata would explain to her what she needs to do afterwards. Then after the hearings, Kata because you could see how she was admiring Alfredo while he was laying his proofs or the reason why Mariela should not be prosecuted, but she was still, after that she had to acknowledge Alfredo and let him know that he was very good with, that was very brilliant. And then guess what, in the process of the conversation, Alfredo had to tell her, oh, the girlfriend likes her. Like, you could imagine You will just imagine how Kata felt or how she felt with that situation. Like, imagine someone you're crushing on is telling you about this babe, like she wants them to even have a date with that she should come with her boyfriend, then the four of them go on a date. Like, they just want to kill my Kata for me. I don't get it. They want to put my Kata want to put my Kata on. So well, she wasn't really, she just find a way to sneak out of that situation. But of course she likes Alfredo, and that is a given. I think for now nothing would change her mind pertaining or concerning that situation. The next is Alfredo, and then discussing Patricia's case, analyzing the situations with her former colleagues, her former friends, and everything he needs to know about her. At least this is in a bit in ensuring that Camilo is set free. That to be sure, he wants to be very sure that Camilo is set free and he's out of the prison. So Dare is Manuel's husband. Yeah, they actually want to go separate way for no reason, just because she fears she just want to be out of the marriage. But Dare, he's by name Dare, he doesn't want to be out of the marriage. They're there with Julia. Yes, Pablo had already asked Julia to help her manage the case, so now they are having a conversation. He is not ready to divorce her for any reason, and she looks again at the situation. He got her a very, very nice gift and a trip to Egypt, and she's reviewing and overviewing every situation to know if going out of the marriage is the best situation or the best option for her. So Julia tells her to rethink everything again as well. Then she goes to meet Pablo, tell him the situation, and asked what she should do. Of course, Pablo told her that he's not in the best position to advise her when there is an emotional string between the both of them. And eventually he asked her, pleaded with her not to tell Dare that anything happened to them when they eventually get back. Then he asked if he could be her lover. He said no way, he would never do that. So obviously she likes her, but when she gets back to her husband, that is the end of their situationship. So the next is Alfredo and Nick. They're talking about Camilo's case and every evidences they need to put together. He wants him to get to the hotel to do a survey of everything that happened there, because Camilo had said there was a ring on Patricia's finger on that night, but in the picture they have, or the video of the disease situation, the ring is not there on her finger. So Alfredo at the moment is looking for every evidence to prove that Camilo is actually not guilty of the allegations and the killing of Patricia. So Nick promises to go and find, and do his findings on that, and then get back to Alfredo, and then to find the best solution on how to get Camilo out of the prison. So these are some of the scenes that played out in the last episode on Law of the Heart. So if you have some of them you've also seen and you want us to have a conversation around it, kindly let me know in the comment section. Again, I am your girl Esidemudia. It was good having you here on my YouTube channel. I hope to see you. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe here. I just want to let you know that as much as we are, I love you so much. You are the reason why I still do this video, because you click on it once or twice gives me the courage to move on with the video. Please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, and then until I come your way again in the next episode, I remain your girl Esidemudia. And if you have very interesting comment for me or feedback, kindly let me know in the comment section. Bye.